All right, I'm Tommy D, Bartender Tommy D, and you are tuned in to WSLR Facebook Live, and we have Sandi Grecco at her home studio. We're going to be talking with her for a few minutes. She's going to play some live original music for you. I want to thank you all for tuning in to Facebook on WSLR. We also on YouTube, WSLR YouTube page. So lots of ways to check us out. And so welcome to the streaming show there, Sandi. How are you?
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me. I'm all right. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. It's kind of a crappy day. I understand you were going to set up by your pool if the weather was nice.
Yeah, they have a pool up here where I'm located at a location up in St. Pete called Gatehouse St. Pete. But today is not a pool day, so we're up in the room.
Okay. Is that where you live now, St. Pete?
Yeah, I'm centrally located, but St. Pete is where I'm currently residing. Yes.
Okay. And did you grow up in Florida, St. Pete area?
No, I did not. I grew up in the Chicagoland area, and I moved here about 20 years ago to Sarasota.
Okay. And now you're up in St. Pete, and so you're a multi-instrumentalist. How many instruments do you play?
I play 3 professionally. I play drums, which is my primary instrument. I play guitar, and I play the bass guitar professionally.
Okay.
I mess around on some other instruments too, like ukulele and piano and organ, but just for writing purposes mostly.
And I see on your website you were a lifelong drummer. When did you pick up your first drumsticks?
Well, when I was in 5th grade, but I've been playing the drums ever since I can remember, beatboxing, making sounds, hitting things, anything really to make a drum beat. So
Okay. So it's always been in your blood.
Yeah, or something for sure.
Okay. And what is One Human Band?
One Human Band is the culmination of myself putting all those instruments together for a live performance that I can perform like a one human band, so one man band. So I play guitar, bass, take guitar solos. I have you can't see it, but I also have a suitcase as a bass drum. That's a suitcase. And I use a looper. Do some beatboxing, and I just put it all together, and I basically just play songs from the 60s to today, and before the whole shutting down of the world happened, I was performing regularly at places on St. Armand Circle and Siesta Key and St. Pete and stuff like that, like on a regular basis, like 4 to 5 times a week.
Wow, okay. Pretty busy.
Yeah, it was great. I can't wait to get back to doing that again. And that's what I do when I'm not playing the drums for bands.
Okay, so you're in a few bands as well, or here and there.
Yeah, definitely playing with some people. Most notably, I was playing Jazz Sunday every Sunday at the Independent down here in St. Petersburg on Sunday.
With James Suggs?
Yeah, with James Suggs and Jeremy Douglas.
Okay.
For like 2 years.
For 2 years?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But today it looks like you're focusing on your guitar.
Definitely. Yeah, guitar is what we're going to do today. And I'm also just working on some original songs.
Okay, perfect. We love originals.
For you. Yeah,
right.
Definitely.
All right, so how about hitting us up with an original tune?
All righty then. This one I wrote a couple of years ago. This one's called Cardinals in the Tree. Can you break the silence? haven't heard from you since you lost your voice. Can you break the silence? The one that leaves me breathless and hanging on. Can you break the silence? Do you see me like I see you? Me and you, you and me. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Me and you. Cardinals in the trees at noon. The part of me is singing, you're better off dead. The other part is staying true to stay in bed. But I'm up all night, howling at the moon. The sun is back in my cuckoo. But could you meet me somewhere between the hot ground and the cold air? And could you meet me somewhere between the hot ground and the cold air? Or could you siphon these thoughts out of my head? Or could we just watch Netflix instead? Me and you and me. Cardinals in the trees that do. That do. 'Cause it was only you and me. And the cardinals in the trees that do. An endless summer breeze and love on basil lane. Can you break the silence? And I promise you I'll never break your heart in this. Words are true and this love is deep. I'll swim till I find you floating in the sea, effortlessly. Back to me and you and me. Cardinals in the trees that do. Me and you. Cardinals in the trees that do. Part of me is singing, you're better off dead. The other part is saying, should have stayed in bed. I'm up all night, howling at the moon. The sun is back in my cuckoo. But could you meet me somewhere between the hot ground and the cold air? Or could you meet me somewhere between the hot ground and the cold air? And could you siphon these thoughts out of my head? Or could we just hang all night in bed? Me and you and me. Cardinals in the tree that do. That do. That do.
All right, good stuff. Yeah.
Thank
Cardinals
you.
in the tree.
Yeah. The
All
true
right.
story.
A Sandi Grecco original.
Cool. Thank you very much.
Yeah. We are in the middle of our fundraising, our spring fundraising here on WSLR. And we urge you to call 894-6469 and pledge your support to WSLR. Keep us on the air during these strange times, which I believe you probably have come to lean on us a little bit more. There's a lot of misinformation going on out there, and there's really not too much coverage about what's going on here locally. So we really could use your support in the spring of 2020. You can always call 941-894-6469 and pledge your support to WSLR in the Friday happy hour. So, Sandi, how many songs have you written over the years?
Gosh, that's I don't know, too many to count, really.
Okay, well, that's a lot.
But sometimes I write them and I don't necessarily record them. They're more of like a way to just work through maybe I'm having some anxiety or I'm just having a bad day, and I'll just sit down and I'll write a song, but I won't necessarily record it. So what I like to say is it'll come back around another way in my brain, and it'll come back out, and I'll write the song then. But like, for instance, since the beginning of this year, I've written like 15 songs.
Wow, that's a whole album and a half.
Right? Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. I think that there's definitely a few ringers in there for sure that need to be worked on. But I'm still thinking I need a few more to pick from for an album. But yeah, like even this year, with all the things that I've been going through, I've still been able to, write songs. So I'm thankful for that. Thankful for WSLR, for having me play some music. I had no idea I would be playing music on here today.
Well, you're welcome.
Yeah, so thank you very much. And I didn't know until like very recently, like within 48 hours, I should say, they did tell me that I was going to be here, but.
Okay. Well, you're smiling, so you must be excited.
Yeah, I am.
All right, good. Do you have any CDs of out under your name, Sandi Grecco?
I have a couple that are released. I have one that's not released that I wish was released, but it wasn't mixed with the time allotted. It wasn't mixed well enough, mixed or mastered, so I didn't release it. And that one's called Sun Dogs. I do have another CD called Time Flies for the Living, which is an EP, and then my first EP, which is an acoustic EP called Work. There might be some stuff floating around on the internet, but as of right now, the only CD that I have isn't released. That one's called Sun Dogs. However, the artwork is amazing.
Okay.
But
you gotta get that released so people can see it.
I know it's definitely one of the things I am going to do. It's a little bit, these things cost money. I'm not an engineer. I mean, I like to pretend I am, but in the real world, I'm not. So, I need to send these off and have someone remix and remaster them so that I can properly release the CD.
Okay.
Some people told me to just leave it behind. Like, some people have just said, it's a learning experience, just leave it behind. And I'm like, no, it was some really good stuff, and I spent a lot of time and a lot of effort and a lot of money on that CD, and I'd really love to release it, but it's just the almighty dollar that's pretty much prohibiting that right now.
I'll bet.
Yeah.
And being with this stay-at-home thing that's going on here for the last month or so, has that given you more time to write music?
Well, actually, no. I didn't have a home for several months. I've been homeless since Halloween. I haven't had a place to live, so I've been living out of my car. And I actually got a job about a month ago as a food delivery driver. So I am out every single day from, at least 8 hours a day delivering food to people during this whole thing. And I'm glad to have the work, and I'm also glad to now finally have a roof over my head as of like about a week or so ago. Yeah,
well, now you're an essential worker.
I guess I am. I didn't know that. I just read that people that do that, like do what I do, are essential workers. But I am definitely feeding people all day long. So, which makes me feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I understand you were part of the Drum Studio All Stars. You were one of the instructors.
Yeah. Oh, the drum studio. Yeah, that was my business.
Okay.
That's actually how I met Dave and Arlene a long time ago, like back in 2004 or 5. But the drum studio is my business that I taught music lessons, and the Drum Studio All-Star Band was the flagship band that played benefits and charities and gigs around Sarasota. And yeah, so a lot of those, that was like a few lifetimes ago. But yes, like we definitely that definitely was a great run, and I had a good time. I did start off instructing my students from the drum set, from the drum chair. But eventually I just, had so many awesome drummers come through that they were able to play the drums, and I was just, on the sidelines cheering them on, just like everybody else. So. And
Saisha Mercado came out of the Drum Studio All Stars, right?
Yeah, she did. Saisha Mercado. She was already an amazing singer, and a star at Booker High School in the theater VPA program. And one of the students that was in the band at the time, John Ewing, he brought her over, and she had never sang, I believe, in a secular band. I know that she sang in church, and I know that she sang in the theater at school. And so this was just another learning experience for her. And I do think that she got a lot of it. And also, it helped her out for when she was on the big stages.
All right.
Yeah.
You helped her get to the top.
I mean, I was just one of the building blocks, but yeah.
Well, there you go. Can we get another tune out of you, Sandy?
Sure. Yeah. I'm going to do, this is just a short little ditty. This one's called Meet Me in the Mountains. Said it'd be a long time till you see me again. Well, you didn't say forever, so how long as it's been forever since I've seen you smile with blue skies. Just stay forever instead of a while. Meet me in the mountain in the Carolina sun. Your eyes say forever, and you know we're never done. And all these things come undone. So whenever you want to put them back together, meet me in the mountains. Zip down the line, we can float on the river. Slide down, slide and rock, and it gives me the shivers when I see you smile with blue skies for miles. It drives me wild. So meet me in the mountains, Carolina sun. Your eyes say forever, but you know we're never done. And all these things come undone. Whenever you want to put them back together, meet me in the mountain sun. All right. Meet me
in the mountains. Good stuff.
Thank you.
I would want to remind everybody that we are in our spring fund drive here at WSLR, and it's a virtual fund drive. Everyone is putting their shows together from home and sending them in. But we do have operators at the facility, at the radio station, taking your calls at 941-894-6469. So please do what you can to help us stay on the air for another 6 months. And so we can bring you more stuff like this. And hopefully we'll be opening Fogartyville soon and having actual real live concerts. Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah, that would be awesome. I played Fogartyville, I don't remember, maybe like 8 months ago with Reverend Billy Worth.
Okay.
Played some drums with him.
Okay. I was there. That was last summer, right?
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
That was a good time.
All right. So who else have you, you said you were in a few bands around Tampa over the years?
Yes. I've done a lot of pickup work, which means like, people will call me and have me play for them. Gosh. So sometimes I'll, would play music with just about anybody around town. I did play drums for a long time for Twinkle.
Okay.
That was like a decade ago. I was in a band of my own called the Cheaters, and we had some moderate success playing gigs around town, up here in the Tampa and St. Pete area. I played with an acoustic duo. They're called Halcyon. And that's what I was doing mostly, maybe like for the past 10 years or so. I can't really remember who else I was playing with.
Okay.
Other bands. They took up all my time, pretty much. Who else did I play with? Gosh, a long time ago, I played with Amy Steinberg, who's an incredible singer-songwriter. I played with a loop artist. His name is Ben Hammond. He's actually one of my inspirations for being a loop artist. What's up, Ben? Thank you very much. I used to play drums for him a lot. Who else? I don't know. There's a lot of people. There was a guy that owned a business down in the Gulf Gate called the Irish Rover. His name was Paul Duffy.
Oh, sure. I know Paul.
Yeah, I used to play drums every Thursday for a long time, maybe a year and a half or so, for his R&B night.
Okay.
And that was with myself on drums, Bert Engelsman on bass, and Sidney Wingfield on keyboards.
Okay.
He's amazing too on the keyboards. And Paul was the lead singer, and also he played saxophone, obviously. But so that was fun. Just like there's so many different things that go on in this town. Sometimes they ebb and they flow. So a gig may go on for a year or so, and then it goes away. But those were some really good times. Playing drums around town for sure.
Can we get one more tune out of you?
You sure can. Yes. So this is a new song that I just wrote pretty recently, and I kind of finished today. Or yeah. When I say finished, I just mean arranged. This one's called End With You. I say it before, I'll say it again. It's been a long time coming, but we're coming up around the bend. I'll sing it loud, and I'll speak true. Wherever I'm headed, I'm gonna end with you. These times are changing. I find myself in mazes as I'm rearranging. Wherever I begin, I'm gonna end with you. So take these words of quips and conversations, all these past lives, lies and manipulations, and write them down in a note. Send them off in a boat. Sure as the color of blue. Wherever I begin, wherever I begin, I'm gonna be with you. I believe in the 4th of July, oh Lord, and homemade apple pie, summer fun in the setting sun. Sure as it sets in the west, our love is the best. As sure as the sky is blue, I'm gonna end with you. So take these wise clips and conversations, and all these little lies and manipulations, write them down in a note. Send them off in a boat. Down on self be true. Wherever I begin, I'm gonna end with you. So pull out all the stops, throw back in the oars, and leave the anchor on the bottom of the sea floor. So riding this way, back to the beach. So take this life of lies and manipulation, and take all the words and the quips and the conversations and write them down in a note. Send them off in a boat. Down on self be true. Wherever I begin, wherever I begin, wherever I begin, I'm gonna end with you. All right, that's a new one called End With You.
End With You. What a good way to end our little interview here. That was a great new tune.
You got that, right? I did that on purpose.
I want to thank you, Sandy, for agreeing to come on and having some fun on video here. Virtual streaming is, I guess it's what it's called. So I hope you enjoyed your time here on the WSLR programmer page, the Facebook page, and you're also on YouTube. So I do appreciate you hanging out with us and having some fun. And what's your website? You want to give out your website?
I do appreciate you guys having me. Yes, my website is www.sandigreccomusic.com. It's Sandy with an I and Grecco with 2 C's.
Okay, and you're on Facebook as well?
Yep, Sandi Grecco Music. I have a Facebook page there. I have a YouTube channel, and you can find links to all my social media on my website, or just type in my name correctly in Google, and that'll come up too.
All right. Well, thanks again. And I want to invite all the video watchers and listeners to tune into WSLR in just a couple minutes. My show starts right after 4 o'clock. It's day 3 of the fun drive. I want urging everyone to support the Friday Happy Hour and the WSLR radio station as a whole. And hopefully this will all be over in a few weeks and we'll be able to get back to our normal lives. So again, tune into the Friday Happy Hour on 96.5 WSLR at 4 o'clock.